Oh, okay. I can finally stream again. Oh, okay. Where have we left off? This morning. Wait. Why is this? Why is this? That's an error. Damn, nice. Okay. Let's do something about this. Okay, so I want to configure TS config. I mean TS raw. I want to do something about that. So let's go here. TS config react. Icons. I don't want to add. I don't want to use. This is not it. Getting started is fine. These are the scripts. No. Where would I find it? Anyway. Okay. Adding TypeScript. No. Actually, with React components, that is fine. TypeScript, no. Example hooks, no. Inferred type, yeah. That is nothing burger. Using. Can I get the adding TypeScript? No, it's included. It's not included by default. Okay. 36. Have you set on production? If you are finishing library, consult the JSX documentation. Take now from the quick start guide. No, that's not it. Setup, React compiler, installation. Okay, that's not it. Go back. Go back. Here's a typical. Okay, that's great, but give. Okay. Is this it? Is this it? Is this it? Did we find it? That's not it. No strict checks. Oh yeah. Is it? Implicit use strict. Okay. Key of strings only. No. Okay, let's search hello. Okay, there it is. Okay. We have the compiler options and everything else. Okay. Allow unused labels. No. Allow unreachable code. Allows three. No implicit any. No implicit any. What does it do? In some cases, for no type of generation, fall back to type of any. Okay, for this can cause some errors to be missed. Let's show not yeah. This is 100% what we're gonna do because I don't want it. Something balloon here. True. Obviously, we'll do the. One moment, please. I'm back. I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay. Where we left off. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's find more. Let's see. I don't want that. No, 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 no. Get me back. I don't want that. What? What? Take this. Go back. Okay. 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 Let's see. Hello. Let's go. No. Let's go line by line. Root files. Root files. What is this? Starting up are the root file options in Tisco. Okay. These options relate to how your TypeScript or JavaScript project is set up. Fine. Specifies an allow list of files. Allow list of files to include in the program. Okay. An error occurs if any of these files can be found. Fair enough. Fair enough. This is useful when you only have a small number of files and don't need to use a club or many files. Include. I think we have include because we need a lot of things. Yeah, we include the whole source fucking folder. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We don't need that. Okay, extend. The value of extend is a string which contains a path to another configuration file to inherit from. Okay. The path may use Node.js style resolution. Fine. The configuration from the base file are loaded first. Makes sense. Then overwritten by those facts. Okay. All relative paths found in the configuration file will be resolved relative to the configuration file they originated in. Okay. It's worth noting that files include and exclude from the inherited config file overrides those from the base okay, and that circularity between configuration files is not allowed. Okay. Currently, the only top level project that is excluded from here is references. Fine. Okay, example, base, no implicit any, we have that, strict null checks. We'll have that as well. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. Okay, ts configs. Okay. No strict null. Include. Specifies an array of file. Yeah, we have everything. Like we have this, basically. We'll add tests. Oh, I never actually. I'm lying. I did test a couple of components before, but I never went too deep into it, and I will change that. I want to write tests. I don't want to go super deep, like test-driven development. I not a big fan. I'm gonna lie, but I do like tests. In my previous project, so here I'll show you. Here I do have some tests, not a lot. Let me write it like this. Yeah, not a lot, but these tests are actually good. They're actually good. Like I have here where I replace the styles for the chess piece. This one moves there, this one moves, and I have the input, I have the result, and I test it, and it's good. It works. It's not too complicated, pretty simple, and it works. I forgot to turn on the music. No, wait, don't leave me. Where is it? What is okay? There it is. That is loud. Okay. Okay. Include references. Compiler options. Here we are. This is what we want. Okay. Allow unreachable code. Provider error code is ignored. Aha, allow unreachable code. Obviously, we do not want that because why would we? No implicit any. Yeah, sure. Just add it here. False. There will be no unused code in my code. I mean, unreachable. For people that don't know, yeah, exactly. Okay. There's the explanation. Yeah, I like this site. I like this. I like this. Let's go. Yeah, I want this. Okay, nice. Let's go there. Allow unused labels. No. No, 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 no. Why? 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 Let me. Music is too loud. Okay, that's better. Allow unused labels? Definitely not. Why would we? We want clean code. The cleaner, the better. And we will do a little bit of this. False. Okay. We will be clean. Let's go. Always strict. Ensure that your files are parsed in the ECMAScript strict mode. And use strict for each source file. Okay. Provide behavior tweaks to the runtime of the JavaScript to improve performance and makes a set of errors throw instead of silently ignoring them. Okay, I will use this. Now, I might... There is a chance. No unused locals, no unused parameters, no fall truth case in switch, no unchecked side effects imports. I like that. I like that. Always strict. True. Let's go. True. And let's place this here. We'll go here. Okay. Okay. What's next? Exact optional property types. Exact optional property types enabled. TypeScript applies stricter rules around how it handles properties on type or interfaces, which have a okay. For example, this interface declares that there is a property which can be one of two strings, or it should not be in the object. Okay, yeah, it's undefined. Without this flag enabled, there are three values which you can set to be dark light and yes. So will allow most checks for this to fail, which is effectively falsy. Yes. However, this isn't quite accurate. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about this. In theory, I like it. In theory, I like it. It's another way to enforce types. But in the front-end world, sometimes things are undefined, especially when you're working with the backend. Even though that backend is me, still, sometimes things are just simply undefined. And if I get something from the backend and I pass that to a component, and that component expects a property or undefined, and the property pass from the backend is undefined, I don't see any issues there. Can this... I don't think this will raise any issues, because if I don't want something to be undefined, it won't be. I will set it like that. I don't need this. Okay. No fall through. This is already enabled. I like that. Fall through case in switch. Yeah, because there's no break here. Fine. No implicit any. Obviously, we already added this. No? Did we? No implicit any. We have that. Okay, great. I don't like any in my code. I will not allow it. I will not allow it. No implicit override. Yeah, I mean you should use super here, but it's fine. When working with classes which use inheritance, it's possible for a subclass to get out of sync. Then when you add support for machine learning general, okay. So you just need to add the override. Okay, fine. 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 No implicit any, no unused, no fall throughs. Go here, add this, add this, add this, add this. Great, I like it. Moving on, moving on, moving on. Because in this case, no warning. Okay, yeah, okay, we read it. No implicit returns. Yeah, okay. Sure, sure. I don't think I ever wrote. I don't think I have ever written a function that doesn't return. But you never know. You never know. You can never tell. Why not add this? Moving on. No implicit this. I will not use this. I'm kidding. Maybe I create a class. I don't know. No implicit this. We will add this. We will add this. This implicit has any because it does not have a type annotation. Fair, fair. I can't wait to make my life living hell. That is why we became programmers, to make our lives living hell. Moving on. No property access from index signature. This ensures consistency between accessing a field via the dot, okay, and indexed, okay, and the way in which the property is declared in the type. Without this flag, type will allow you to use the dot signal to access fields which are not defined. Okay. Okay, so they are known, but they are not defined. Okay, so they are not known. You will define them later, but yeah, okay. Okay. You know what? You know what? Why not? Why not? Why not? Just add it there. We are going all in. Super deep. Non-check this axle. TypeScript has a way to describe objects which have unknown keys but known values on an object via index signature. Okay. Not declarable because of the index signature. It is considered a string. Okay, because of this. It's basically this. Property access from index signature. No unchecked. Is that the same? No, that's not the same. Okay, so it's implied here because of this. Okay. Let's add it. Let's add this as well. Oh my god. Can't wait for everything to be read. No unused locals. Yeah, we have this already, right? No. No unused. Okay. By the way, I'm going crazy here, and I will. Yeah, bye. Okay, yeah, I like that. I like that. Wait, how do I move? Okay, it wasn't like this. What was it? I forgot. No, it's somewhere here. It's not this. Oh no, I need to start this as well. Go to the first one. And just a second. Okay. Was it like this? No, it's not like this. What was it? Okay, what the fuck did I do? Whoa. It's trippy. Okay. No unused locals, we have that. No unused parameters, we have that as well. I think, yeah, they're right here. Strict. Yep, it is strict. For false, argument of type not okay. When set, TypeScript will check that the built-in methods of function call, bind, and apply are invoked with correct arguments of the underlying function. Makes sense. We don't have that, no? Nope. Okay, moving on. Built-in iterators are instantiated with a t-return type of undefined instead of any. Sure. 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 Moving on. Strict function types. I don't like that. No. Never mind. I do like that. We are indeed making our life miserable. We are indeed making our lives miserable. Okay, moving on. Strict null checks. When strict null checks is false, null and undefined are effectively ignored by the language. This can later. Yeah, I know they can. When it's shown on the first, there are distinct types, and you'll get a type error if you try to use them where a concrete value is expected. I like that. Strict null checks for the win. Yeah, it's possibly undefined. It can't be undefined. It shouldn't be undefined. Find a way to not make it undefined. You dumb dumb. Strict property initialization. Property email has no initial and is not definitively assigned in the constructor. That also makes sense. That also makes sense. At least put it as a empty value, whatever it might be. It's a string, it's an empty string. If it's a number, it's a 0. We all know that. That's good. Moving on. Use unknown in catch variables. To allow changing the type of the error in a catch clause from any to unknown. Allowing for code. Okay. This pattern ensures that error handling code becomes more comprehensive. Because you cannot guarantee that the object being thrown is an error subclass ahead of time with flag enabled. Then you do not need the additional syntax unknown. I think I like that. Not sure. I'll have to see it in action. Wait, are these all the compile thingies? Are we done with them? Yeah, we're done. All right. No, it's just type checking. Okay. No. We are far from done. We are indeed far from done. Okay. Moving on. I'm not sure what this does. By default, this import will raise an error to let you know the TypeScript doesn't understand this file type. And your runtime might not support importing it, but if you've configured your runtime or bundle to handle it, you can suppress the error with the new compiler option. Okay. Let's leave it. Files import each other with type extension like okay, this log is only allowed when no emit or emit declaration only is enabled. These import paths would not be resolvable. The expectation here is that your resolver, bundle runtime, or some other tool is going to make these import between TS files work. Oh, we have that. Yeah, I think that's good. No, emit is also good. Okay. Allow UMD global access. Let's use UMD exports as globals from inside module files. No, I don't know. No. Base URL sets a base directory from which to resolve bare specifier module. For example, in the project directory structure with base URL, technical look for files starting in the same folder as the okay. I don't think I need this. Doesn't seem like it. Moving on. Custom conditions. Takes a list of additional conditions that should succeed and TypeScript results from export or imports files. Okay, this condition condition in time condition called my condition. So I'm importing from a package with the following packages. Okay. Aha, okay. No. Module. So the module system for the program is the theory behind TypeScript module options and its reference page for more information. You very likely want Node next for modern and Node.js projects and preserve for code that will be bundled. Changing model affects model resolve, which also has a reference page. Here's some examples. UMD. Okay, we will not be using that. Yeah, we have it like this, and that's standard. I think meetings should be fine. Model, you see next. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. No. Okay, model resolution. We have that as well, no? Yeah, we have the bundler. Produce with bundlers like okay, this mod supports packet imports and export, Node.js bundler now. Bundler newer requires file extensions on relative paths in imports. Fine. We don't have any suffixes. No. That's fine. Yeah. Moving on. Insert important. Moving on. This is not really about the code. This is more about modules and how you work with files, how you import them, export them. Unchecked side effects. We have this as true, and I will trust them. But a series of functions which remap imports to lookup locations relative to the base URL is set. Okay. Paths let you declare how TypeScript should resolve an import in your required import. This jQuery. Okay. This would allow you to be able to write import jQuery and get all of the correct typing locally. Okay. 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 Moving on. Resolve JSON modules. Do we have that? I don't see it. I'm not gonna look for it. Allows importing modules with a JSON extension. Really? Huh. Huh. Yeah, I probably won't, so I will not add that. Will I ever? I don't think so. Maybe if I... Oh, should I add storybook? No, I don't think I'll need it. Why would I need storybook? Okay, resolve package. Resolve package JSON exports. Okay, resolve package imports. Rewrite relative imports. No, redir. Do we have a redir? We don't. Weird. Log is compared for example, the inferred value for it is the longest compat for inferred redir was this, then we will write it like this. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Moving on. Nope. Do we have types? Yeah, we do. Vite client. Okay, I need to remember this because I'm pretty sure I will need more types. For now, not, but later, down the line, of course. Moving on. Moment for will be type. This option does not affect how types are included. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. Emit. Declaration. Generate these files for every TypeScript JavaScript inside your project. Okay. My declaration is set to true. Running the compiler with this type will generate an index JSON like this. Why? With the correct. Okay. 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 I did not know about this. Good to know. Good to know. We are not adding it, but it's good to know. It's good to know. Maybe we add it in the future. Who knows? Who knows? Moving on. Declaration map. Down level iteration. Transplanting to an older version of JavaScript. No, I don't need no older version. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Emit boom. Byte order mark. When writing out files, some runtime experiments require a boom. To correctly. Okay. I don't need it. Emit declaration only. What does this do? Only emit this file, do not emit JS files. This is used in two cases. You're using a transpiler other than TypeScript to generate your JavaScript. I'm not. You are using TypeScript to only generate for your consumers. I'm not. Moving on. Import helpers. For certain downloading operations, that is what I don't need. Inline source map. When set, instead of writing out a JS map, how to provide source map. Don't need it. Inline sources. Don't need it. Map root. Again, I don't need it. New line. Specify the end of line symbol to be used when emitting files. Specify the end of line sequence to be used when emitting files. No. No. No emit. Do not emit compiler output files like JavaScript. Or at least makes room for another tool like Babel or SVC to handle converting. No. No emit helpers. Again, we don't need that. No emit on error. We don't need that. Out file. Preserve const enums. Do not erase const enum declarations in generated code. Huh. Okay. Const enums provide a way to reduce the overall memory footprint of your application at runtime by emitting the enum value instead of a reference. Yeah. Okay. And the numbers are still emitted. It exists. Huh. Interesting. I don't get it. Wait, how does that work? Okay, I understand this, but why would this make const enums a source code feature only with no runtime traces? Hmm. Hmm. I don't like commenting. I never comment, but if I do, it's usually a to do. What I need to do makes sense. I know my way with words. But yeah, if I ever write a comment, I don't want it showing anywhere. Yeah, makes sense, makes sense. Okay, moving on. Source root. As I said, we don't need that. Reflag set. Again, not needed for now. Maybe I come back. Now is only configuration about the code. Directly about the code, nothing else. God, it's hot. maybe later, maybe later. Allow JS. No. I have I have troubles writing TypeScript. Don't make me go back to JavaScript. I don't like it. Check JS. No. Max node modules JS depth. The maximum dependency depth to search under normal and load JavaScript file. This like can be used. Never mind. Disable size limit to avoid the possible memory bloat issues when working with very large JavaScript. I didn't know this setting even exists. But yeah, I won't need it. This project shouldn't become that big. And if it does, we'll just add it. Right? Yeah, I think that's fair. List of language services plugins to run inside the editor. Language service plugins are a way to provide additional information to a user based on existing TypeScript files. They can enhance existing messages between TypeScript and an editor or to provide their own error messages. As a SQL thing with a template. Yeah, why would I ever use SQL there when I actually have this? Like, what? And my backend. Moving on. Provides CSS linting inside template strings. Interesting. I don't need it. Moving on. Allow synthetic default imports. Allow you to write an import like instead of. Okay, this should be enabled, no? There's no way this is not enabled. Wait. Allow. What? Oh. Okay. Okay, never mind. I don't think I will need this. Wait, how is okay, use state, yeah, and if I do this, React is declared value but never used, yeah. Okay, we are already going red. Fucking hell. Oh my god. Moving on. Go back. Just like that. Oh my god, Harpoon is so good. Look at this. Interrupt constraints. Allow synthetic. Yeah, we are moving on. Erasable syntax only. We have that enabled. Wait, what? Interesting. Interesting. Typically, we want to combine this flag with this, and we have it right here. Yes, model interrupt. Do we have that enabled? We do not. Okay. 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 Huh. Interesting. I don't think we need this. If we have any problems with the build, maybe, but right now, no, no. It's all good. All good and dandy. We are Gucci, Gucci. Moving on. For authenticating in file names. Okay, I like this. I'm working with myself, so it won't really matter, but why not? You never know, you never know. Someone comes, you can enter my code. Selected requires sufficient intent and expert so tools can trivially generate declaration files, don't care. Isolated modules. This looks like something I saw. No. Well, I can use TypeScript to produce JavaScript code from TypeScript code. Yeah, obviously. It's also common to use transpilers such as Babel to do this. I'm not, I think. However, the transpilers. Wait, do I use Babel? No, right? Does Vite use Babel under the hood? Does anyone know? Does anyone know? How would I even check that? Probably in the get started. There's the provides okay a build command that bundles your code with rollup. Okay, it's not using. Okay, it's with rollup. The bundler behind white. No, wheat. Sorry, wheat. 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 Okay, that's French. Thank you, Ina. 5-5. I like it as well. And I'll pin it. I'll pin you. Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you. Okay, moving on. Isolated modules. We don't need that. Moving on. Preserve symlinks. This is to reflect the same flag in Node.js, which does not resolve the real path of symlinks. Do we have that? Preserve symlinks. We do not. This flag also exhibits the opposite behavior of webpacks. Okay, option. True parallels, vice versa. With this enabled, reference to models and packages are all resolved relative to the location of the semantic rather than relative to the path that the symbolic link resolves to. We don't need it. Verbatim, we do have that. I saw it. Okay, it's right there. by default, TypeScript does something called import elision. Basically, if you write something like TypeScript says that you are only using an import for types and drops the import entirely. Cool. It does add a layer of complexity for certain edge cases. For example, notice there's no statement like import car. Import, yeah, okay. That actually makes a difference for modules that have side effects or not. Interesting. TypeScript's emit strategy for JavaScript also has another few layers of complexity. Import elision isn't always just driven by how an import is used. It often consults how a value is declared as well. So it's not always clear whether code like the following should be preserved or dropped. If car is declared with something like a class, then it can be preserved in the resulting JavaScript file. But if car is only declared as a type, alias, or interface, then JavaScript file shouldn't export car at all. Okay. While TypeScript might be able to make this emit decision based on information from across files, not every compiler can. I think I get it. Yeah. Do I get it? Rewritten to import B. Yeah, because it's emitting types, but not default. No, even default. But when it's a named type, we are importing named type, they can be dropped because it's a type, right? Moving on. Backwards compatibility. No, no. I'm working with this. Imports not used as values. Deprecated key of strings only. This flag changes the key of type operator to return string instead of string or number. I mean, I'm thinking about this, and is there any case where you don't want that? I don't know. Let's add it. Let's add it. We didn't add something in a while. True. No implicit use strict. I think we have something to use strict always. Okay. No strict generic checks. Nope. Use out file instead. Deprecated. Then preserve value imports. Almost like I saw this somewhere. Do you have it? We do not. Okay, deprecated. Never mind. Moving on. suppress excess property errors. Object literal may only specify non-process and does not. No, I don't want to disable that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want this. Suppress implicit any index errors. No, I don't want this. Okay, emit decorators metadata. How would you explain what programming is to someone who has no idea about it? That's a good question. That's a good question. Well, in the simplest form, it's just giving instructions. In the simplest form, it's giving instructions to the computer, whether it be to the website, to whatever part of the computer, or almost any machine in modern age. It's just giving instructions what to do. And then to start learning about it, you have to know a couple of things. First, you have to know a language of your choosing in which you will give instructions to the computer or anything about anywhere about the computer. And you do need to know how computers work, or whatever field you are giving instructions to. So for example, myself, I'm a web developer. I know web. I know a fair bit about it. And I've chosen TypeScript to give instructions so you can see a beautiful website. That's the simplest way I can describe it. Thank you for that question, by the way. Okay, moving on. Where we are. Okay, we did this. No strict. Preserve. This is deprecated. Okay, we are here. Emit decorator metadata. Enables experimental support for emitting type metadata for decorators, which works with the model reflect metadata. Yeah, this is again something in the transpiler compiler. Yeah, we can move on. I don't want to experiment. JSX, we already have React JSX. Yeah, I think React JSX is fine. Is it necessary to have a certain software to use those languages? No. I mean, you must have something to write on. You can't really take pen and paper and write for a machine, but a simple laptop is enough. There's no need for something grandiose. Even some mobile phones you can code on them, which pretty much everyone has at this point. And internet, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, when you are learning, definitely internet. When you know stuff, then you don't need internet most of the times. Moving on. JSX Factory. Change the functions called in JS files when compiling. I'm not going to use JS files. Thank you very much. Moving on. JSX fragment factory. Fragment factory. Explain the JSX fragment factory functions to use when targeting with compile options. Fragment. Okay. Aha. Okay, that's React fragment. That's fine. JSX import source declares the module specifier to be used for importing the JSX and JSXX factory functions when using JSX as React JSX. I'm now realizing how much I like saying JSX. Yeah. Still a child. React JSX or React JSX dev, which were introduced in TypeScript 4.1. With React 17, the library supports a new form of JSX transformation via separate import. For example, with this code, okay, using, okay. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Lib. We do have some things in the lib. Oh yeah, I don't think we need any of these because additional APIs available in ES23 array width, array find last index. Really? Ain't no way. There's really those? Never heard about that. Never heard about them. Do we care about them though? No, it's fine. Lib replacement. No. Module detection. We have this at force. Ensures that every non-declaration file is treated as a module. Fair enough. No lib. No React namespace. No target. We have, what do we have as a target? Whichever supports this. No. Yeah. Okay. Use define for class fields. This flag is used as a part of migrating to the upcoming standard version. Compile diagnostics. Extended diagnostics. Do we have those? Why not? Okay, they're further down the line. We'll get to them. Explain files. Print names of files which TypeScript sees a part of a project. The reason they are part of the compilation. Okay, you can use this flag to discover where TypeScript is spending its time when compiling this tool for you for understanding the performance characteristics of your code base overall. That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, let's add it. Extended diagnostic rule, but we will comment it out for now. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I will comment it out for now because I'm just starting. There's no need for external diagnostics, but down the line, why not? Another good one, but another one for a later. No. No, Wheat is handling this, so there's no need to. Yeah, also no need to. Of course not. Okay, moving on. Moving on. Composite. Composite option enforces certain constraints which make it possible for build tools to quickly determine if a project has been built yet. No? No. Disable reference project load, multi-project types here. No. No. Disable source project reference redirect. This option provides a way to go back to pre-7. Definitely not. Incremental. Tells TypeScript to see information about the project graph from the last compilation to file stored on the disk. Yeah, no need to. Built-in file, we have that. No error truncating, do not truncate error messages with false default. With true. Okay. Kind of like this. Yeah, kind of like that. Maybe I changed my mind, but I'm not too sure about it. Preserve watch output, whether to keep outdated console output in watch mode instead of clearing the screen every time a change happens. No. Pretty stylize errors, the message is recorded this is on by default. Okay, good. Skip default libcheck. Skip libcheck. That is okay. Command line. Whoa. About polling. We didn't file system events. This option specifies polling strategy. No. No. Exclude directories. Maybe. Maybe. Not right now, but maybe. type acquisition. Type acquisition is only important for JavaScript projects. Yeah, this is a TypeScript project. Is that it? Chat, is that it? Are we already done? Holy. Holy, this was a long one. Oh, my back's killing me. Okay, yeah. We configured our project. It's looking good. It's looking good. It's looking promising. I like this. I like the ever growing, but it grew enough tsconfig. And yeah, I'm looking forward to actually code in with this TypeScript. It was a blast from the past. Let me just commit this real quick. Let's see, we did that. Do a prettier. What did you do? Okay, we did that. Yeah, sure. I kind of like this one more. Yeah, I kind of do. I kind of do. Git status, git add, git commit, configuring TypeScript options, git push. Okay, that's it for today. That's it for today. I'm already tired. Yeah, it was a fun one. I did actually learn a lot about TypeScript. I knew there were many options, but not so many. Not so many. That sounds wrong. Sounds so wrong. Anyways, take care, guys. I see ya.